Oh my God. Don't you love it when you're like slightly under the weather and then you go a couple days and you feel fine and then suddenly your throat just hits you again? Because that's what's happening to me. Now, I want to be clear. I'm actually recording this video in advance, which means that by the time this video goes out to you guys, hopefully I won't be sick anymore. Because it's really annoying. It's not even like I feel super sick or anything. It's literally just my throat is really tight, which kind of sucks because I'm on a time limit to get these videos out to you guys. But anyways, I digress. What is up, dudes and dudes to the internet? We are back in more Trove, and today we're going to be talking about the Pirate Captain. Pirate Captain versus a U10 Leviathan in particular. So I'm going to go over the stats, go over the class itself, and talking about so on and so forth. Essentially, this is a secret god tier class. Lots of people really underestimate the Pirate Captain. I am always adamant about how powerful this class secretly is. However, it is under very, very strict parameters that I kind of go into in the clip of me fighting the Leviathan, but I will end up going into it today, just, you know, in the rest of the video, just so that I can kind of clearly describe it. Because, you know, in the clip, I was kind of like on the spot and I'm kind of like trying to rush through the Leviathan. Basically, I was live streaming while fighting the Leviathan and trying to rush it, you know, in front of other people that were trying to fight it and seeing if I could get my damage number and so on and so forth. Anyways, the stats are a little bit all over the place, so you'll have to pardon me. All of my good magic gems are sitting here on my Chloromancer, so you can pause the video if you really, really care. And then otherwise, all of my good gear was on the Chloromancer as well. But if I do this, am I using a Permatorch? No. If I grab the Enshadowed Power Permatorch and my Tomb Razor ring, just because I'm not using any of the good rings from the other classes. So we'll get that, swap those around. Excuse me very much. So this is going to end up being the gear stats that I've got. I use the Tomb Razor ring just because it's my only other C4 magic ring. However, the Pirate Captain does have some decent ring effects, though I didn't use them. The other thing too is you'll see that my attack speed is not maxed out because I have movement speed on a few pieces of gear. And more importantly, I don't have a attack speed on my gun. Now, ideally, the way that you would want to end up building this character is it really depends how you're using it. Are you trying to use the Pirate Captain as your absolute main? It's the only class that you have, and so you are forced to use it for speedrunning, which it's not very good at, and boss killing. In which case, sorry, something's in my eye. In which case, you would try to get a balance of movement speed and attack speed. But if you're just being a boss killer, you would sacrifice movement speed on your gear for crit damage. That's kind of just the way that it'd be. And then for the ally, I use Starry Skyfire because of the cooldown effect, as well as, you know, the magic damage, the light, so on and so forth. Got some free range electrolyte just because I didn't have the better fishing food. Arcane Emblem, Chromatic Emblem, that's super duper important. And I was actually using the Elysian Bandolier. I think I was using the Knight subclass ability because of the extra flask capacity, because the way that you will actually use the Pirate Captain to great effect is as so. You'll throw down your ult, consume a bunch of flasks, throw down another ult, consume even more flasks, throw down another ult, consume even more flasks, and by this point, you are maxed out. You can have 4 ults at a time, as far as I know, and you are basically in a race against time to try and have as many ults up as you possibly can. It means you drain through your flasks. Also, excuse the damage numbers. My training dummies are broken. I would have to like replace them down. But the point being is, my God, the amount of damage that this class can have if you are playing optimally, which I was doing okay in the Leviathan clip that I'll show you guys. But yeah, when you have all those turrets up at the same time, this class just shreds, dude. Now, you can end up like throwing down your turret. There's no point using the decoy on a Leviathan because it doesn't really matter. The argument that I would make in terms of do you want to end up throwing down your little babies is there's not much point, because your ultimate doesn't take any energy anyways, right? And then on top of that, the the animation time that it takes for you to throw down the turret is just an animation taken away from all the flask drinking that you have to do, which is something that I would still, I criticize it in my Dino Tamer video. I'll criticize it again. I wish that Trove would overhaul the animations in the game so that you could either mix and match different animations so that you could drink a flask while you're doing things, or maybe the flask would just be an effect on your character or something, because the amount of downtime that you have to do by drinking flask, throwing down items and stuff like that, there's just too much of it in the grand scheme of things, which is probably why my favorite classes are, classes like the Shadow Hunter and stuff that have barely any animations interrupting their gameplay. It's just food for thought. I just kind of realized. But anyways, here's going to end up being the Pirate Captain versus the Leviathan. But I don't want to end up wasting any of my flasks with the first cooldown. All right, here we go. Hopefully I can actually do this efficiently. It's really, really tricky. Especially when you're a scum like this that just... I'm basically like not even paying attention to him because I'm just spamming my flasks and stuff. Don't do it! Unfortunately, you see how quickly I go through my flasks. I'm also not seeing ideal damage. What's wrong? Why am I not doing super chongo damage? The heck? Normally he does like insane damage. Do I have something wrong with my stats or something? I don't know. Anyways, yeah. I think I'm doing something wrong here, or maybe someone's stealing my damage, so it's not tracking it properly. Let's see what happens if I stop attacking. Yeah, they're doing decent enough damage. But if I throw down my ult, yeah, look at that. Look at how much more damage it just... Okay, so I was still doing significant damage. It just didn't look like it because I was too focused on casting my ult. Ideally, like I kept throwing down my turret just because it's like it adds a little bit of damage. But yeah, most of all, it is tied to just spamming your ult cannon as much as possible. That Dino Tamer was attacking, but I don't think it was adding too much to the damage. Maybe the Ice Sage as well. But you could very, very easily notice when I was dealing damage, it was just like crazy. Like way, way more than just leaving it up to them. Unfortunately, you do run out of flasks. So... Turrets count as team damage, by the way, not yours. Oh, so I was looking at the wrong DPS. That's why. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, pay attention to the team damage. That's interesting that they count as team and not me. But yeah, Pirate Captain is secretly like an absolute powerhouse of a character. Like, don't underestimate it, except you blow through your flask like crazy. Ah, that was a good demo, wasn't it? Wasn't it, boo-boo? She's just very lonely and very codependent randomly, so you might start hearing some snorting. Anyways, thank you, gamers, for checking out the video. Hopefully you found it helpful and informative. Again, I kind of already gave all the feedback to the Pirate Captain that I needed to. However, again, if you absolutely 100% have to main this class, then you can use it very effectively for killing bosses. You can use it very effectively for delves. Let me rephrase and say delve bosses, because going through the delves themselves is not very good. That's kind of the big problem with this class, is it doesn't handle large groups very well in comparison to just bosses. Most of all because the turrets are like so brain dead stupid where they shoot. There is the crystal ring effect that will make it so that your turrets are more than likely going to target what you're shooting at. But in my experience, it's just not worth the primal loop that you would have to waste just to do that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Smash like stuff for more. Buy the merch you want to support the channel. And have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Right, bye-bye. Right, bye-bye. Okay, fine. I'll let you sleep.